Among the village children, there was a legendary tale that circulated from mouth to mouth. The red-eyed monster emerged at night and roamed the outskirts of the village. The only sign that indicated its approach was said to be the corpses it fixed its terrifying red eyes upon. Whenever someone claimed to have seen the monster, hysteria would sweep through the village. Children thrived on this horrifying legend, telling each other scary stories at night. However, only one child began to take this legend seriously. His name was Timmy, and he wanted to investigate this terrifying tale. One night, he quietly sneaked out of the village and ventured into the depths of the forest. According to the legend, the monster lived in the depths of the forest. Timmy was determined to bravely trace the footsteps of the red-eyed monster. In the forest, he began to discover strange sounds and peculiar signs. He found symbols carved into the bark of trees and heard unfamiliar voices. As the night progressed, Timmy's courage began to waver, but he wanted to venture further to uncover the truth. Finally, deep within the forest, he saw the red-eyed monster. The monster was indeed a terrifying sight. Its red eyes gleamed as it fixed its gaze on Timmy and suddenly spoke. "Why are you following me, child?" Timmy collected himself and, with a trembling voice, asked, "Why are you threatening our village? Why are you killing people?" The monster's red eyes responded with profound meaning. "I never kill humans. This legend is false. I am here to warn you about another danger in your village. You and your village are in danger." Timmy found it hard to believe the monster's words, but he wanted to uncover the truth behind this terrifying legend. Their conversation deepened, and Timmy learned that the danger looming over his village and himself was much greater and more terrifying than he had expected. Now, he had a challenging task ahead of him to bring the truth to his village and fend off the danger. Timmy began to heed the warnings of the red-eyed monster and started believing in what it was saying. The monster had explained that the real threat to his village was not the red-eyed monster itself. In fact, the monster revealed that another entity, an ancient and dark spirit residing deep within the depths of the village, was posing a threat. This entity had lived in the depths of the forest for centuries and frightened people to keep them away from its territory. Timmy knew he was the only one aware of this danger and wanted to return to his village to warn the people. However, the monster's warning indicated that it wouldn't be an easy task. The ancient spirit would do anything to protect its territory. With the help of the monster, Timmy returned to the village to warn the people. At first, the villagers were hesitant to believe him, but the words and presence of the red-eyed monster made Timmy's story more convincing. The villagers, acknowledging the danger posed by the ancient spirit, decided to collaborate with the monster to deal with it. At this point, the real threat behind the terrifying legend had been revealed. Timmy and the monster began working together to protect their village and stop the ancient spirit. However, their perilous mission grew increasingly complex and deadly as they ventured deeper into the dark forest to save their village. They would need courage and determination. The collaboration between the red-eyed monster and Timmy was their last hope to fend off the danger looming over their village. They were now prepared to fight their real enemies, and this dark tale was growing even deeper. With the help of the red-eyed monster, Timmy warned the villagers about the threat posed by the ancient spirit. Initially, some were reluctant to accept this news, but the presence of the monster and Timmy's sincerity led the villagers to come together and decide to confront the danger. The villagers, with the assistance of the red-eyed monster, began planning to stop the ancient spirit. Their plan involved a journey into the depths of the forest where the spirit resided. The first step was to perform ancient rituals to weaken the spirit's power and compel it to reveal itself. Timmy, guided by the monster, set out towards the forest. However, this journey was fraught with dangers from the terrifying forest. Along the way, they encountered traces of the ancient spirit, haunting dreams, eerie sounds, and ominous symbols. But their duty to protect their village compelled them to continue forward. Finally, they reached the depths of the forest and began performing the rituals. However, standing up against the power of the ancient spirit was far from easy. The spirit attacked them like a storm of darkness, threatening their lives. Through their courage and teamwork, Timmy and the villagers managed to repel the attack. As the rituals concluded, they hoped that the ancient spirit's restlessness would no longer persist. and it would no longer pose a threat to their village. However, as they departed from the depths of the dark forest, they knew that the dangers awaiting their village were far from over. Under the leadership of the red-eyed monster and Timmy, the villagers continued to fight to protect themselves from a greater threat. Now, they had a more complex and dangerous task ahead of them to appease the restless ancient spirit and safeguard their village. This fear-filled tale was growing even deeper. Guided by the red-eyed monster and Timmy's determination, the villagers pressed on into the depths of the forest to stop the ancient spirit. With each step, the journey became more intricate and perilous, but their duty to protect their village compelled them to forge ahead. After the rituals, the villagers returned hopefully, aiming to calm the ancient spirits and safeguard their village. However, upon their return, they were met with a horrifying sight. Their village appeared to still be under the influence of the ancient spirit. Homes were in ruins, trees had encroached upon the village, and a dark atmosphere hung over it. The villagers were left feeling hopeless. But then they recalled the advice that the red-eyed monster had given to Timmy. Timmy realized that more rituals were needed to save the spirit of their village and permanently banish the ancient spirit. Timmy and the monster set out into the depths of the forest. Once again, this time, they were better prepared to perform the rituals with greater strength and precision. They were determined to do whatever it took to appease the ancient spirit and protect their village. Inside the forest, the attacks from the ancient spirit had become even more deadly. Nevertheless, Timmy and the monster continued to perform the rituals with unwavering determination. With each step, they weakened the ancient spirit further. Finally, when the rituals were complete, the ancient spirit was at last appeased. Their village was free from the threat, and through the leadership of the red-eyed monster and Timmy, they had survived the ordeal together. However, the dangers awaiting their village had not yet come to an end. Timmy and the monster remained committed to continuing their fight to protect their village and ensuring that the ancient spirit would not return. The terrifying tale was filled with more mysteries and perils. While the village's ancient spirit had been appeased and their village freed from the threat, Timmy and the red-eyed monster continued to stand ready to protect their village from further danger. They needed to remain vigilant to prevent the ancient spirit from returning. The villagers were grateful for the courage and determination of Timmy and the monster. They had been liberated from this terrifying menace, but they were aware that more dangers might lie ahead for their village. Timmy, with the assistance of the red-eyed monster, remained watchful to ensure the safety of their village. Over time, the fear and apprehension within the village lessened. The villagers began to place more trust in the red-eyed monster, who protected their village. Timmy believed that the chapter of this terrifying tale had closed, but some mysteries still remained unsolved. Timmy continued his research to better understand why the ancient spirit had attacked their village and what it had wanted. This quest led him deep into the dark depths of the forest. Beyond the village, there, he encountered new clues and dangers in his pursuit of unraveling the past mystery. The red-eyed monster remained a steadfast ally to Timmy. Together, they worked to uncover more secrets about their village's history and prevent future threats. One day, deep within the forest, Timmy and the red-eyed monster stumbled upon an ancient temple. The temple seemed to have played a significant role in the village's history. They entered the temple and discovered traces of the past within its walls. The walls told an old story. A group of people living deep within the forest had once captured the ancient spirit and brought it to the temple. However, when the spirit began to threaten their village, the temple had been forgotten. As Timmy and the red-eyed monster examined the ancient rituals and symbols within the temple, they understood what needed to be done to prevent the ancient spirit from returning. This time, they knew that the danger awaiting their village was greater and more complex. Timmy and the red-eyed monster worked with determination to prevent the revival of the ancient spirit and protect their village forever. The fear-filled tale was filled with more mystery and danger, and Timmy's adventure was far from over. Timmy and the red-eyed monster found a way to prevent the ancient spirit from reviving by studying the ancient rituals and symbols within the temple. However, this task would be challenging and dangerous. A final effort was required to protect their village forever. They set out into the forest once more to perform the rituals. When they reached the depths of the forest, The attacks from dark forces were more intense than ever before. The ancient spirit made a last-ditch effort to resurface. With their courage and determination, Timmy and the red-eyed monster completed the rituals as the power of the ancient spirit weakened. They drew closer to their village in the end. They succeeded in preventing the revival of the ancient spirit. The villagers were grateful to Timmy and the red-eyed monster. They had successfully completed the task of protecting their village forever. The ancient spirit was no longer a threat, and the villagers felt safe. Timmy and the red-eyed monster, upon their return to the village, expressed their gratitude to each other. This harrowing tale had demonstrated the incredible strength of teamwork, courage, and determination. The villagers were filled with gratitude toward Timmy and the red-eyed monster. This adventure remained an unforgettable memory in the village's history. Timmy bid farewell to the red-eyed monster, but the bond between them would last forever. The red-eyed monster returned to the depths of the forest, leaving behind its mystery and fear. Timmy, on the other hand, returned to his village, carrying this adventure as a lifelong memory. Their village was now safe, and they could live without fear. The courage of the red-eyed monster and Timmy had changed the destiny of their village. This harrowing tale illustrated the power of collaboration, determination, and courage. Their village was now at peace, and the end of this adventure marked the beginning of a new chapter